Well, it's Sunday morning. Bruce Olson has decided to go for yoga lessons. The weather does not look promising. We had a little bit of rain this morning, and it's already not looking like it's going to be the best of days. But there is a contest today, and we'll hang out as long as we can. Nice hair, huh, Bobby?
Hair is fine. I just overdid it. You know, I put the longer lines on, and I got nervous, so I went in a little. Jeez.
Nice shoelace.
It was like pylon stunt, man.
I saw it.
Hey, Chief.
We were way down the other end of the street. I saw somebody's up, but he was screaming.
Good morning. I didn't time it, but it was probably a 4-second lap.
Yeah.
Like here? Yeah. Just coming out of the street inside me. And he, going in right and he ran right over.
Carvel's down here from Massachusetts. They have a real nice concourse award that Richard Oliver and I are going to do the judging on, which will include the scale planes, the stunt planes, all of the planes get factored into this really nice trophy.
That orange thing in the sky.
Bobby Lampione's got some plans for his updated classic Sabre.
I called him up and I said, Bob, surely there's something in your life you're proud of.
No, I don't think so. Not Bob. Yeah, that looks nice.
I think it'd make an excellent classic.
Yeah, it sure would. Nice little Roadjet 40 in there.
When I look at it, it even has enough under here that if you want to run the ribs off.
Right. That looks pretty good.
Wings a little thin, but you know. What did they know back then?
What did anybody know back then? Yeah, that's a decent look. It looks a lot like a sweeper. In fact, he probably copied my sweeper. When did he build this? What year did he build it? Before 68? That's when I built mine, so I had to be first.
I never feel like he's gone.
No. Let me see that muffler that you have on there now. No, that's the custom one?
Yeah. How does that compare? Probably, it may be a hair larger on the dangler, but not much. But it's not far from that size. Okay. I don't know if you can see in there or not. This has got a baffle. Yeah, you can see the baffle. You can see the baffle? It's got a drilled baffle there.
It's that loud with a baffle? Wow.
It's got a baffle and it's got a wire mesh. Yeah, 2 layers of aluminum mesh.
No, you're going to be up second. You're going to be starting up. Oh, they missed. Nice game. Well, you're lucking out so far. This is.
It looks like we're not going to be
better than I thought. Hey, we're here. We're not looking at grass from the roots up. Just be glad. At our age, any day you're above ground's a better day. Look at his shirt. Oh my God, that's cool. Nice shirt. It's awesome. Richard Oliver is going to pick the concourse winner for the big Windy Ertnowski Trophy that they award here. That was donated by Rich Jacobone, that trophy, a couple of years ago, I think. Al Knight's really nice Cardinal. This is a good flying flame. Got a Tiger 60 in it. Monaco wings. Monaco fuselage even. He built this in a record short time, if I remember. They're going to have scale today, so they have a couple of, I think they call it fun scale. There's a couple of profiles here. Al Knight's Aranca.
They didn't have you on the flight order.
I want to check your airplane out, man.
Hey, judges ready?
That's a refinishing job there, Wendy.
Yeah, I know.
It's got some purple that comes through there.
You feel them too heavy there.
That one's gained quite a bit of weight. It's about 58 ounces now.
And terribly underpowered. But we better get a 72 in there or something.
Yeah, it doesn't have much power, does it?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dick Farvell's Raven was his last year's winner of the Concourse Award.
I always think those. Oh, yeah.
Woody Midgley, our perennial pit boss at the Nats, I think going on 10 years. I could be wrong, or maybe more. Flying his repaired. This plane has been totally destroyed and repaired. You can see we're getting some nasty air here. This may be a nasty contest. We're just hoping to weather holes here, but you never know. Weather could change in a heartbeat. aircraft that they're selling. You can take 6, 7 planes to the field as long as they fit in the
Nerdnowski handle. Look at that. Look at hey, debris.
Debris. Debris.
That's good.
Like debris instead. It's debris. Hello, John. How are you, man? Good. So you're satisfied with how I handled your construction of the wing?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Wonderful job.
You do nice foam work. I don't care what anybody says about you. Any of those jealous guys up there like Hummel. Only Bob Lampione, in the course of doing a vertical 8, hit the ground, busting up the prop, doing something here. I don't know how much damage there is, but take a look at that. It looks like it just took the ends off the prop. He hit the ground. He hit the ground in a round 8. But with what? With the prop.
Oh,
I gotta look and see how much of the prop is missing. Well, it's gusty. You know what it is? The wind is inconsistent.
yeah. It's got prop's still got all 3 blades.
Yeah, I'd say that's a cowl protector now. You're not going to fix that.
That's about it.
That's the rudder and the prop. Took the tip off the rudder too? I don't think I got another prop. Didn't hurt the cockpit at all.
Right, Wendy?
Well, I need the money. Why don't you come in on the cockpit? Yeah.
See, it wasn't that low, was it? It missed the canopy.
Typical that's right. That's a typical Lampione.
Usually I take the nose, the canopy, and the rudder.
Usually the pilot has a big headache at the end of one of these.
How's it going, babe?
You got a prop, Bobby?
I was doing touch and goes.
Bobby, you didn't even pay for this one yet.
I know.
I think your credit rating's going down the tubes.
Send it back. You got canopy protectors.
Boy, Randy Smith is going to be rich at the end of this week.
Is he ever, right?
Yeah, we ought to move it back. Jacobone walks around like a gazelle out there. Let's move back a little bit.
Lines in and I'll take that prop off.
We have the local TV station here. We're doing some footage. We might be on the evening news here tonight.
Oh, hey, Rich!
And we got a super turnout despite the fact it's a crappy day.
No warranty on that?
Looks like poor workmanship to me.
This guy's getting some, yeah, the guy got it on national TV, Bobby.
That's what we need.
Bobby, look, you're going to be on the nightly news. Look, check it out. I heard him doing the commentary. He said, boy, this guy's really good. He looks like he should have won the concourse award at the Nats. And then next thing, bong, he's in the ground.
That guy is just a runner.
Don't you have a green watch?
Yes, I do.
Tell everybody about your watch collection. The man's 3 months behind on his car payments, but he's got a new watch every week.
I have a new watch all the time. I'm a watch fetish.
He's behind on his Pro Stun Products payments.
Crap about the watch.
He doesn't pay me.
He wants me to tell the world.
Listen, I'll take my payment out in watches pretty soon.
Well, listen, I'll give Rich.
He doesn't pay Randy
I'll give
Smith.
Rich his prop back, and I'll give you your gear back.
He doesn't pay for his entry fee. He comes in with food stamps.
I pay my. You don't take food stamps. You're right.
And then he has a watch collection, Rolexes and everything.
Can you use an old stereo?
That's not bad.
Shit, you did a worse job than that. And you thought you were having fun.
That's a 40 problem now.
I always wanted to see what one of these would look like with twin rudders anyway. Make a B-25 out of it.
All right, I'm going to fuel up.
Come on, Rich.
Tell him you got to take it home and fix it between rounds and bring it back with twin rudders on it.
I got a Zona saw. We can cut that piece in half and just glue two things on the side.
I wish we had some rubber puke. We could put it on. Wow, you really did it the crack.
Now I understand. Tom, Tom's not doing these anymore, right? Ken Tyson does it now.
Well, he does them for Tom. He does them for Tom.
Took over he's doing the work.
But if you want to order, you order from
He's
Tom?
subcontract.
No.
Now we're going to take first. We were trying to get Wendy to take it home and fix it and bring it back to the farm.
Rich has already, Dave Midgley yesterday worked on the mold for this canopy for the new Stuka, so I know Rich already has the wing ordered from Bobby Hunt, so he's ready to rock him. He's ready to go do his Stuka number 2.
Just take the towel off this way.
Hey, listen. Jacoboni.
Flip it backwards, Rich.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Poor Rich, we really let him have it. These guys are pulling my pants down while I'm laying on the ground here, like a snake. The fun scale part of the meet going already, and it's still bumpy and gusty. Bobby's been the only one to hit the ground so far. flying. The reason we don't have Gary Byers flight, Gary Byers, is on the first, right after I took that footage of the takeoff, and we took some footage yesterday, he hit with the outer wing with Ken Dawson. Not a serious injury, but the plane was pretty well destroyed. And they took Sleepy to the hospital in the ambulance, even though I think he could have made it on his own, but you always want to be careful. So they've rearranged the flight order because we have the TV crew here and they want to film the bomber, so we'll be out of sequence, and I don't know if they're going to count it as a flight or a demo flight or what. And to tell you the truth, it doesn't even matter. Looks like everybody's having a good time despite the fact the weather is just bumpy and blustery. I don't see a lot of people not having a good time.
You always ask me to look.
Joe Adamusko, one of the driving forces behind the bomber project. Now the way what they've done is kind of rescheduled everything around so that these news people only have so many minutes. I don't know why they didn't schedule it differently, but so we'll get a flight on the bomber, and I'll get somebody to videotape it if possible. go.
Bravo, Wendy.
Starting to fly some of the scale flights here. Fun scale. Touch and goes. Scary flying a B-25. There's a couple gusts of wind there popping. I'm not used to flying that in the wind yet. I think Joe got some footage we'll see. And there's a couple of big twins here. I want to go over and see the twins. Love those twin engine planes. And we're all waiting to hear how sleepy is. Roy Ward is using the 3-line system available from John Brodak, the whole system.
I tell you what, I'm jealous. I was close to you. I was born in my great band was born in Austria. Oh, that's you weren't too far away. See the B-25? No. That's two motors? Yes.
Fully on that.
All right, how many pounds is this?
6 1/4.
6. Well, B-25 is 83, so figure it out. 86, I mean. What is that, 5 pounds? 8, 6 pounds? I don't know. Shows you what I know. They got a pretty good turnout and scale today. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I may have to build a scale plane.
No.
Yeah, they got a pretty good turnout in scale. They got 21 entries or something. Amazing day, except for Sleepy, the little accident we had, which I don't think is a terrible consequence. We're making do with a very bumpy, windy day. You don't really see it, but trust me, even the scale guys are bumping and bouncing around. Mary Knight taking her practice flight, official flight. Got the Brodak 3-line system. Nice picture of Al's shirt. Nice, Al. Always wanted to see your armpit.
Give you a better
Mary.
if you like.
No. Mary Knight does quite a bit of the volunteer work for our club and does an excellent job of it, running the banquet. I'm not sure what office she holds, but she's always doing something productive for the club, generating either money or interest in the events, and was able to convince the newspaper to come down and get us on the front page again. We've luckily been generating a lot of interest in this area, and quite a few spectators here. I'm totally impressed. Usually we only get about 50 or 100. We have an absolute full parking lot here. Using the 3-line system here, she'll do her touch and go. And you've got to understand the air is bumpy. A sock that's a 20-mile-an-hour sock or whatever the heck it is. And it's bumpy. The air is definitely bumpy. Yeah, the air is just taking it and throwing it around. Oh, look at this. Nice.
It did touch and it did go.
All right. All right, Mary, the world's shortest touch and go. Al, that air is bumpier than you think it is. It was throwing that B-25 around like a rag doll. Is the definition of Murderer's Row. Murderer's Row of Palisade Park. Another one of our junior entries here. We're getting ready for Rich Oliver to fly Miss Ashley in his first East Coast contest flight. Hey, she's doing loops. All right, Bob, you got the Beechcraft almost ready? Sergio's coming out today.
Is he really?
Yeah, he fixed that unit. The one.
To get for Dan, yeah.
He thinks the battery got put on backwards. That blows the unit out.
I remember your email.
Just for the information, if somebody does that, know ahead of time you can't put the battery back.
Mine with red dots. Hey, the plane looks fantastic.
Did you get to see it?
I watched it fly. I took some pictures of it.
This is Rich Oliver, the Rojet man, the man who developed the Rojet engine, with Dubjet, of course. He'll be flying Miss Ashley. This will be his first East Coast contest. And if you haven't seen the tape that precedes this one, we had a great 2 days of flying here. We have just had the best time. Today, the weather's been at best marginal. I wouldn't say it's unflyable, but it's bumpy, and everybody's getting a flight, but hey, we really did have 2 really good ones. Rich was going to deliver the stores. I guess we're getting ready here. And we've spent basically the better part of 3.5 days here with Rich, and we've just had a great time. He's had a really good time to show off his product line and some of the things he's developed and engineered. I believe he has had fun flying this Ashley, getting a feel for what some of my planes trim out like. We're hopefully this winter, somewhere when it's really cold up by us, going to be visiting the Houston area, try to see Dub's shop, see some of the things he's working on. And this will be Rich's first contest flight up in our area. He's been, of course, flying down in Texas. Just to show you how flexible these Jet 65s are without doing anything. Just by needling it. When I needle it in, I get a hard 2-4 brake, the kind I seem to like to have most of the time, especially at the circle burner field. Rich dials it up for a soft brake, something that's very, very easy to needle and live with. Very flexible. You can have your cake and eat it too. And I'm sure in the future we're going to see a lot of really neat products between Rich and Dub. They just have added a dimension to the world of stunt that I think in the long run we're going to see a lot of people using their stuff. A lot of people absolutely enjoying the sport, because the things really do work well. They're a good value. And even though some of the things seem higher in price than you would expect, they last forever, and the service is astronomically good. And I, for one, appreciate being able to call Rich on the phone. If I need some parts, I need Venturis or I need head gaskets, and a few days later, there they are right in the mail that day. He kind of runs his business similar to the way I run mine, where customer service is a significant factor. Now, I don't know when we're actually going to leave for England a few days from now and be gone for a month, so if you've not gotten this video by, well, whatever time, I'm not sure. There'll probably be a 1-month gap in your subscription. Have no fear, I'm alive and well in Scotland. We're going to try to visit all our friends in England and Scotland and just try to share some of the wonderful things we enjoy, the friendships we enjoy. And yesterday, the tape that precedes this, just the times we have at the field with each other. Launching each other's planes, hanging out, criticizing each other. I'm just not sure life could be a lot better than this. Now, Rich is going to be making some videos of his own, so anybody that's interested in purchasing a few of them, he has his website linked to mine. I'm sure the stuff will be another great addition to the world of stunt. I, for one, will be buying all of them, keeping a library of them, and the information is sound technology, usable information. Now, I don't really get to see this plane outside the circle that much. I've only had a few people fly it so I could see what it looked like, but from inside the circle, it looks totally different from outside the circle. It really has a nice look. The scale tips look nice. The high aspect wing. This is higher aspect in the first Miss Ashley. And we tried to make the rudder a little bit smaller. The original one had a rudder that was about 2 inches taller, much more scale, but it did have a tendency to weather vane. You can see the air is bumping rich around here. Carbon fiber wing, carbon fiber fuel tank, carbon fiber belly pan on the plane. It's been a great experience making this carbon fiber wing. We have the videos. Anybody would like to follow along with the little adventure that we had, and we seem to have gotten at least 1 full year of service out of it. Woody Midgley has 2 years of service out of his carbon plane so far, and a crash and a repair. And while we're in England, we'll see how Elliot Scott has the original plane, and he's been busy repairing that. We'll see what kind of progress he's made. We never even bothered to put the gear for tar. Yeah, that's the reason it bounced. If you put the tar gear on, it has a tendency not to do that. Rich Oliver from Houston, Texas. All right, Richard!
He's not afraid he has the tail. Crank it, Windy!
Hey!
Compete in the Musciano half-A stunt event.
How was it? How'd you get a good turnout? And the weather was
We had
outrageous.
a good turnout. Got a little windy, but
Yeah, we had some wind up here. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the little cockpit.
Dan Banjock and I went out, and we had a
Designed by Walt Mussolini. Well, for anybody who doesn't know, Walt lives about 2 blocks from this field.
Yeah,
He lives in the next town over.
Yeah, I tried to get him to come down today, but his wife's an invalid, and he has to have.
Yeah,
24
he's got
hours straight.
personal things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little okay?
Okay, Carbo 49
All right.
from the 50s.
Oh, outstanding. Oh, look at these wheels.
Yeah, I got first in stunt with it.
You get some big B25 wheels that don't wear out. I'm going to need them.
We'll look around.
I'm going through a set of wheels every 3 or 4 flights now.
Kidding.
The taxi, you saw the taxi run is a half a lap. You can smell them. You can smell the rubber burning. Woo!
But it looks better.
Well, everybody enjoyed it.
Everybody described it, and I said, they were underestimating.
Oh, it was fun. Come on, it was a lot of fun.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's just.
My thing is when I get back from England, if we still get a Saturday or something,
Yeah.
you and Danny, come on, let Danny fly it. And the Z-Tron works beyond
I
good.
noticed you didn't mess with it today.
No, not today. Not with the wind. If you're at idle and you go upwind, the thing's going to be yawing and everything.
I
No way.
noticed too when you lost one engine, it just looked like you were just making a low-level approach.
Yeah.
Over the trees, like during a war. You know, just coming in.
Bobby, it's so much fun to fly. It really is. It's just
Does
a
it
ball.
compare it to like a heavy Cardinal? Do you think it pulls a lot more? Do you have it?
More. Oh yeah.
Okay, so
oh
you
yeah.
can trim out any of the pull.
But Danny can handle it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Danny
you can. Yeah.
I'm going to have Richard Oliver fly it before we leave today.
Really?
Yeah.
What a nice fellow.
Yeah,
I
he's
never
a
met
jewel.
him before. You know,
He's a jewel.
I went up and introduced myself today, and we talked to him.
He passed the acid test. Karen likes him.
All right.
He's on the Karen said he's an okay guy list.
Yeah, it turned out the turnout. But
Hey, what a turnout! This is the biggest turnout in expert we've had in 10 years.
Say it is.
He's using the 3-line Dodak system also for the throttle control. Little Otter, I think it's an Otter. You can see the wind is even hitting the scale jobs today. Good flight.
Got you. Little bouncy on the touch and go, but next one.
Hey,
Get it next
when I was flying my air coupe, I would have been proud of that touch and go. I would have wished I could do that.
If we get a second flight, we're going to improve.
Oh, we're always going to improve. Young guys like us have so much life ahead of us. All right.
And we're going to take care of
This is starting to look like the B-25 routine here. Let me get out of the way. There's a rotating beacon. Why don't I have that on my B-25?
I don't know.
I guess they didn't want the enemy to know they were rotating in or something. Is it lighting? Oh, look at this. Check this out. Oh, I'll have that on my plane next week. When he's not looking, just reach by and break it off.
That's working.
Rotating beacon? That's wild. Landing lights?
Lights in the wingtips.
There's the landing light on.
Everything's on.
We're having landing lights on the next B-25. That's all there is to it.
Everything's on. What do you want to do next?
Flaps.
Start them up.
This is a lot like starting a B-25. You know, it's paraphernalia and boxes and floating toolboxes. Now you may be wondering why I always start the outboard engine first, because I, number one, want that to run out of gas first. Until we start using the Zetron, then it won't matter. Why we didn't use the Zetron today, the air is just too bumpy and I don't want to be caught up wind taxiing or doing something. And I had that on the very first flight. I don't want to, no high risk poker here. We're just having a fun local contest. We're expecting Sergio Zebras to be here, and if we do, we're going to try to get a flight using the throttles later, just to demonstrate it to Sergio, but right now the air is just not good enough. And I'm still too much of a coward.
We need this with
Love those twin-engine planes, baby. Little prop tips. Oh, it's so cool. And what I found out with the B-25 is when it's idling, at idle it doesn't like to start. So I start it with the throttles wide open and leave them there. There we go.
I love them. Uh-oh. So it looks like on here, all kind of electronic stuff.
Is that electronic, Al? Multiple ones. These guys do like 5 functions. None of which seem to be working at the moment.
It might be real difficult to fly the V-25 with that type of a setup. I don't know. I like those little navigation lights. On Lampione, they put a sign on his plane, this side up.
What? They're blaming Windy. This side down.
Who else would do
Who would put this? I'm innocent as can be.
First, right?
I'm out doing scale flights, and you guys are pulling pranks on this poor guy. Yeah, son of a gun.
You're the only one I can take.
Watch it pull up the paint.
If he pulls up the
Oh!
you better make sure that your
Then I
van.
get
You
the
better make
usual-
sure your van is locked.
I get the usual payment for a repair, crash repair, a tape repair.
You better not pull it off, Bob. You better not pull it off. No, let it get hot. Warm it up.
Oh no, he's pulling out
It'll take the paint right off.
a knife. No.
It'll take the paint right off. Oh, here goes the silk span. Look at this. Oh! Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
The last little bit always gets it.
So listen, me and Jacobone, we came up with a deal. If you give us your watch collection, we'll give you more props
No,
to
you
break.
see what Windy put on it?
Oh, he was trying to sell your airplane.
No.
Notice how windy gets
On
right
the
there.
top, this side down. It's like toes go in first. This side, that looks good on you. This side down. We show that to get behind you. We show that to Karen.
We leave Karen out of this.
Did it pull up any of the paint?
Bob, I don't think you have anything to worry about. There's 3 or 4 more guys you haven't borrowed a prop from yet.
From what I heard, like how many watches you got home? You better start bringing 8 or 10 of them.
I better start bringing watches for props, huh?
He's trying to trade a Rojet 65 for his watch collection.
Probably.
I heard it was like a 1/4-inch thick on that stuff.
What's that?
The paint.
Oh, more than that.
Probably going engine repair, red, white, blue pants.
He said the easiest way to paint a plane is you dip it. You fill a bathtub with Brodak clear and dip it a few times.
Isn't that how you do it?
Yeah, of course.
That's how he does it, yeah.
Of
Well, actually,
course.
I think you and I spray the same way.
Yeah, heavy.
When I put a coat on, guys say...
It's 8 coats, yeah.
Yeah, they say, what are you, crazy? It's going to melt right off. I said, no.
Bobby's idea of a coat is when the gallon can is empty.
Like, you know, some guys move across the wing like this. I go like this.
Yeah, he's in slow motion.
I want to make sure it lay... I do.
It would be a 3-hour video for you to paint one wing panel.
But when I lay clear down, there's very little overspray and it shines.
Shines for all that floor wax you put on the plane. All that Bondo.
You get a hernia picking it up.
What did Ron used to use?
Mop and glow. Bruce Olson's trick to winning the concourse.
I miss it.
Mop and glow.
But I
Yeah.
remember when he did that at the Nats, we said, what are you using? He said, mop and glow makes it shine really good.
Probably does.
And the judges put him in there like the 14-point row. They're looking
What the hell did he use? Oily? It was sticking through his hand. You know when you do the dishes and you step on a floor and it sticks to your shoe? Oh, poor Ron. Rest his soul. Another one of the youngsters participating. And we still have the national news here. Can't wait to see the 6 o'clock news tonight. Actually turned out to be a pretty decent day. I'm totally impressed. Woody in the back taking a flight on Bill Hummel's Thunderbird. Come on, fess up. Fess up.
I won't tell.
Fess up.
Took some of your alcohol.
What did you do?
Took some of your rubbing alcohol.
My rubbing alcohol?
Get the camera. We're gonna flip this guy upside down.
We're gonna put it back on Lampion.
Take a picture. Hey, you're good at that.
Oh yeah, right. Look who's using the camera. Look at this
Now
guy.
tell them what Midgley did to me. What Midgley did. I was laying down shooting pictures. They picked me up like the belt, like I was a beached whale.
By the way, folks,
And they
this
were
is
saying,
Wendy Urtanowski. Remember that? Winfred. Here he is, Wendy Urtanowski, right camera. He's alive. Let him go. I love this trip.
Free Windy. Yeah, this is the man that shot that great Nats footage.
Yeah, it was on the
Formerly known as real estate. They made him get a real estate license for video and all the ground. Here's what Peter would do. He'd take a flight, and then he wouldn't shut the camera off. He'd just hold it and take
Peter
pictures.
Michael, I work for Remax.
Remax Michael. Oh, man.
Peter Century.
Hey, Sue, you got any more licorice?
Let's put the camera down and get to business.
Wow, I love licorice. Look at this. Do-do-do-do. Hello, I have a piece of licorice. I want a piece of licorice. Go for the wing over, Woody. Wood ain't like that. Jowler looks like he's making a good presentation of his motors here.
Lower back. Pick up next at old time.
It's like that. Raindrops are falling on our head here. You get anything that matters out of the rain?
Mr. Maverick, there's a Saran, Jeff. It's great meeting you. You're going? Yeah, I'm in a good to meet you, Jeff. Head home and spend a little time with Joanne tonight.
Test is called after one round and it's coming down like crazy and we're getting soaked, so I think they're giving away trophies or prizes or something here. All's well as ends wet.
Yes. Thanks a lot.
Sleepy, it was
There he is!
spectacular. It was spectacular.
Sleepy about done to B25, I'm telling you something, my boy.
Well, you stole one of man.
for that guy, man, because
I'll give you a discount. I'll give it to you for a discount.
I want to buy a kid for the guy, man. I broke the guy's plane, you know, and it was a Cardinal, I think.
You know what? Don't even tell him you're sending it. Put it in the mail, send it to him.
All right.
Sure, why not? You guys are,
This is,
gunshots.
we're gonna take and sign it.
It's a tough way to get
Who's got a marker?
but I'd like you to have it.
Let's sign Sleepy's
That's seen a lot of
shirt.
good contests.
Thanks a lot, man.
Let's all sign. Turn around, bend over.
We're just glad you're good.
Give me a marking pen. We'll straighten this guy out. You made it rain on purpose so we can all go to your house. You got anything to eat?
Nothing.
Ah!
Nothing. You missed it.
What are you gonna order?
Breakfast.
What?
Nothing.
What are you gonna order for us?
Order out.
Oh, there you go. Doesn't matter. Look at it, and don't you dare wash the blood out of this shirt either. Hold it back.
Yeah, don't
Sign his shirt. Crash. Crash Sleepy.
That must have been about $1,500 plane. I didn't know your plane had a foam wing.
It does now.
No. No, I thought all your Cardinals were built up.
No, there's foam ones.
Yeah?
Right so fast. Everybody took the marker away from me.
Everybody slithered out of here before we got the sign.
No, it
Sign that
all
shirt,
of
baby.
a sudden there was a little drop, and a little bigger.
No, it's pouring now.
And in 2
Unbelievable.
minutes,
Thank you so much. For the car. I was gonna get a cab. I could go to
Richard would have never forgiven me.
but how can you
Now we got Sharpies up here.
television out? Did they take a picture of that?
They have it.
No, I mean the public television.
Yeah, you're gonna be on a nightly movie. You're a hero. You said a big Jim movie.
Mike and Jose were here, so did you know about it?
Let's see. Lindy Blood.
Oh, man.
We
need more signers
I
here.
don't know, my husband.
What's up, Ray?
Oh, I'd love to get one.
Young lady, you're a movie star.
I got stuff for you too, but it's raining.
Sometimes you don't want to be a movie star, you like to. So what's for dinner,
right,
Sue? What's on the...
I have a pot roast, but not enough to go around. I got up at 6.
Well, you better buy another pot roast.
How much did it? The whole thing was closed or the
They look like the old horror footage of the kamikaze when they tear the thing off at the end. Okay, they're going to give away some trophies here, some awards. In the pouring rain, the Windy Oak Lasky Award.
And you made that nice face for
Well, we should be grateful that we got one round of the contest in. We really didn't expect even to get it. We had a way better than average turnout. So I guess we got a lot to be thankful for, and some nice trophies here. Where'd you get my logo?
Out
the corner. It's worth it.
From another country, you got a long trip.
From America? Yeah. Do we have, and Carl, do you have sport scale?
It's all up there.
I don't read well. Tell me who's sport. You do the awards. All right.
Sport scale, Al Knight.
All right, we're talking sports scale here.
Sport scale, Al Knight. First place. Hey!
I want to thank Jeff Hearn for judging this and Carl Hulsworth for bailing me out.
Second place. JB.
Jerry, thank you.
Hey! Joe S. Joe S. Hey! Thank you for inviting us up. We'll see you a little later. We got safe home. Safe trip home.
Have a good
Trip
trip
home.
home.
Fix that landing gear.
Not him. That's him.
Oh.
See you guys later. Thank you
fix
for
that.
inviting us. No problem. Give me that epoxy.
Come again. All right, let's do profile scale.
First place.
Third place.
Third place. Mary. Knight.
Mary Knight.
Hey!
Thank you, Mary.
Second
Mary was
place.
busy being a TV star all day.
Roy Ward. Hey! Nice hat. First place, Bileski. Hey!
All right, do one scale.
Twins forever. Third place, Roy Ward.
Roy Ward.
Hey!
Expert.
Second place, Bob Ghost. Out of here.
All right, send that over there.
Bob Ghost.
Oh, you give it to Ghost?
First place, Michael Stella. Hey!
Oh, wait, Scotty Lefevre isn't here.
Oh! All right,
All
Mike.
right, we're going to do old time stuff and the 3 entries we had. I'm going to go just wing it. I'm going to say Mike was in third.
No, I don't. Lampion's good. Hey, no problem.
There was only 3.
Some money coming through. Why? It's my award. What do I care? Wendy, you take care, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming out, guys. Pleasure. Take care of that museum, baby. Hey, we will. Don't let that B-25 fall off the ceiling.
Beat somebody.
I got it rigged.
Hey!
Hey!
All right, third place was Dick Carmel.
Hey!
Second place was Mike Costello.
Hey!
After the recount, first place was Jimmy Jamrell.
Hey!
What happened with beginner? This was we had the one beginner, right?
Amanda.
Amanda.
Hey!
We should add there was a 39-point landing on our flight.
Oh!
Right, in third place in intermediate was Jack Weston.
All right! Hey!
Where's Jack?
I guess
Who knows Jack?
to stop, huh? Ryan, you made the right right decision.
I did.
Oh, good choice.
This was very close. It was only 1 point. Joe was in second.
Hey!
Appreciate it.
Rich is
And
treating us
beat
to
Michael, who
pizza.
won it.
Hey!
Donna's, wait a minute.
Probably that cheesy place up the top of the hill.
In advance.
Right up in the middle of town.
Prime and
Yeah, they ain't got it. We're all wet and everything. You don't want to go to the good place.
It's not a good place, Franco.
Second place
You're better off there.
was Mike Cooper. Mike Cooper!
Hey!
And third place, or first place, was Mike Costello.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
Stack them up.
What do we have here? Did you like tell me who won?
Gosh, you must have lost my score sheet. Wendy. I got first place.
Wendy, Jimmy, and Richard's in third.
Rich
Jose.
Yeah. All right, third place, very close. We had Rich Oliver here, and he didn't get any apparent points at all. And third place was Jose Modesto.
Jose, what?
Give it to Rich. Give it
Give
to
us Sleepy. Sleepy, okay.
Yeah, you gotta be here to win it.
Yeah, you gotta be here to win it, Jose. Hey!
No appearance points.
And second place
When you see what it costs you on the motors.
was Jimmy Damerell.
Hey!
A big appearance point bonus to Wendy.
Or better known as Reginald Van Gleason.
Wendy won the first
Hey!
trophy. We also are going to award the Wendy Aronofsky Cup. Dick Carmel was the winner last year. No way.
Hey, Rich, I have to make a speech before you announce
Dick
that.
made a nice book. And the winner of this is, are you going to make
Wait,
your
wait,
speech?
Special award. He doesn't know anybody. He basically did the judging. I did it last year. And we came out with 2 people with a tie. And we settled it with a coin flip. And I looked at the coin, and there's George Washington. I said, Lampion owes me money. I better put him heads. So we flipped the coin, and it was between Rich Jacobone and Bobby. And Bobby won on a coin flip. Now, the story might not end there. He should have won the Nats concourse, but tell him where you were when people were voting. We were getting beer. He was getting beer. So 90 people don't vote. So anyway, congratulations. Take it over.
The coin landed heads up?
Yeah.
Well, I can't be Bobby.
No.
Look, there it is. This side down. Hey,
Very good, Jimmy.
Green Lincoln.
Now this is the book. See,
We're going to put a book here. You obviously have
picture on here and get it so we'll know what we have.
And that trophy was donated by Rich Jacobone.
And I
Okay,
bring it
now-
back next year. And you bring it back next year with a picture. With your picture.
With a plane that doesn't weigh 92 ounces.
I want to thank
And
everybody
the
for
plane
coming
that doesn't
today.
have a scratched rudder. Hey, don't worry, the rudder will be... You won't notice it next week.
I want to thank everybody for coming today. The proceeds, Jeff Hurt's there from the museum.
Hey,
Jeff.
money on him, all right?
He went his. They benefit the museum. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the client side, the help. Thanks for coming. That's it. We need one pizza.
Listen, we're
Taking everybody for pizza?
going for pizza. We're going up the top of the hill for pizza.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Anybody? We're going to go up the top of the hill for pizza.
That's the story of the Palisade Park contest. The first contest at a B-25. We're headed out to pizza. We probably got 20 people.
stops, can we fly?
Yeah! I want to hang out and fly. I always wanted to build a seaplane. What a great weekend. 3 days with Rich Oliver, every one of them. We just had a blast. Don't get my trophy wet. Holy mackerel. Look at it. Don't get, yeah. Don't get it wet.
Where are you going to open the door?
Just push it in the back of the car. It's only his plane back here. Watch him have an accident and get killed with this thing. Oh my God!
It'll fly better with that mid-wing tip weight that you have.
Oh!
Oh!
Trophy will take the rest of the rudder off.
Oh!
Look at that. It was made for the front seat. There you go.
You're coming for pizza?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
You can't get a date.
You know where we're going, up the top?
I'll follow some.
Okay.
Okay, now, just get me to a bed. Let me help you with this. Get him to the car without getting his camera.
Take them up and down.
Come on to this.
Now, we just had pizza, but check this out. We're trying to dry the field off so we could fly some more, so Jim Damerill's just driving around in circles trying to get rid of the water. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get, we may get some flights in here. What a rainstorm. Pretty great end to a day, though. So what we're going to try is Brian's going to pull out the motor that's in here now. We're going to try to get in the road jet. The 65 side exhaust. We have Richard's prototype motor to do a little testing on. Looks like Suarez is trying to dry off the field here. You can see we had a little bit of rain. It's not going to stop us from flying. Even though it looked like we were going to get a lot done today, it's not looking real good now. In fact, it's raining again, I think. It's starting to rain anyway, but he does have the side exhaust road jet in Strega, so at least we're going to get maybe one flight, 2 flights before the rain comes again. And if that happens, our plan is to come back early in the morning so Richard can we're determined he's going to get a flight in some half-decent air. It was not really a good, wasn't even flyable, really. If you look at the video, you probably can see it. It was dangerous. We want him going back to Texas dreaming about flying the bomber.
Yeah, my skin is in condition.
Back to just being crazy. Party's over for today. Oh. Yeah, the fish are smart. They go underwater so they don't get wet. What a day. Rain, go away, but we got our flights in. Now, unfortunately, we got up in the morning, ready to go on another bomber mission just before Rich left for the airport, but it was pouring rain, and it just doesn't look like we're going to get Rich to fly the bomber. He's going to have to come back again. Down and you'll see those cuts of blue screen because virtually everybody on the field has been borrowing a camera and shooting some video. Jerry Byers just shot the last B-25. This is a beautiful Cardinal Tiger 60 with an APC prop. And we just heard from one of the people that just pulled in that they're predicting rain tomorrow, so tomorrow may be a washout. Who knows? We really don't know. Hard to tell. All I know is we've had 2 good days in a row. We'll quit while we're ahead. And 2 out of 3 is certainly doable. That's an unusual setup to be using an APC prop on a Tiger 60. Most people like wood prop, but this one seems like a reasonably good setup. And we're always open to some new ideas, that's for sure. They've been working with the 40. Bless them, it's 40, and they changed the pipe from whatever we had on there to begin with. I'm not sure what the person's name is that makes them. He's got a 51 pipe on there now, and it seemed like it pepped it up quite a bit. And an APC prop, by the way. An 11.4 and 11.5 is what they were running. Certainly
and sounds like he's got a nice motor run on this. Real nice. Well, actually, we're up past noon already, and the breeze is just starting to come up, so it may be that we're going to luck out. We're trying not to fly the bomber in some real nasty air. I just don't want to risk it. It's just too new, and I'm just having too much fun flying it. And we've just been on bomber command duty all weekend here, having fun. We're going to try to get Richard Oliver to get a flight on a bomber here if we can squeeze one in this afternoon, or if the weather certainly looks like it'll get better or worse. We don't know. I'd like him to have some decent air to fly it, just to see. He's flown Al Raby's Bearcat, so we can just get a little feel for the semi-scale stuff we're doing. Beautiful paintwork. This paintwork is nice. You really have to see it in person. It really glows. Gary Byers. We're all hiding. Anyway, we're going to get one more flight of Rich. Richard Oliver's been flying the Miss Ashley intermittently with the test plane for the 40.
You'll see it's on the video. So Wendy tells me to come over here. You know, I said I'm going to get West Nile virus and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we want to get a flight from downwind on Richard here. Miss Ashley. He's got nose weight in it. He likes a little different handle setting than I do. A little bit different motor run. In fact, he's running it Richard, and it seems to be getting short on fuel. But we'll let him crank it up this time. We're just lucking out with this day, I'll tell you. And if the storm comes in tomorrow, I want to have fuel burned, you know.
See, the weathermen's we predicted it.
Yeah, I know.
They are.
We call this Richard's Great Adventure. We could make a movie like. Well, this winter I want to go to Houston and hang out with the Jetster and machine my fingertips off or something. Here we go. Richard Oliver flying Miss Ashley. I wonder what happened to Midgley and Woody.
The last time I talked to him, he was going to come down yesterday, and then I guess they couldn't get away. And somebody said they had left, and they're going to be here around noon today. And it's around noon today.
Yeah, I got you.
Now, if you had left at 5:15 like I did, they'd be here.
Yeah.
You see all the motors Richard brought up here, all those Bostock motors?
No.
Look at the back of my truck. I think he's got about 50 motors here. Now see, he runs the motor with a very soft, almost in a 4-cycle all the time. That's one of the reasons he's basically using a little more fuel than I do, so. But again, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Anybody that thinks there's only one way to do this is just plain don't know. Because you're behind a tree.
And then over to the right.
Oh, it's deceptive.
The towers are.
Yep.
You see that flag is out straight.
Yep. It's very deceptive when you get up over this tree. So what you feel on your back is a little different. You got to kind of look for where the plane wants to speed up. Jet. So I hope you're having a good time, Richard. And there we have Jose Modesto, and he's flying Miss Ashley, and looks like the wind is finally coming up, so poor Jose gets stuck with a wind flight. Jose second place in advanced at the Nats.
bumpy air here. I'm glad Jose has the common sense to bail out here. Okay, now let me see what you have, because I want to see where we're starting from. We're starting from a point of, he's got a bottle tank, and the middle of the tank is on the middle of the carburetor. Is that right? Or
The middle of the tank is exactly where you told me, 1 1/8 inches off the,
the middle of the tank
is on the middle of the carburetor.
Okay.
But see, that reference is off a metal tank. Now, I don't know, I'd have to look at it, and you'd have to fly it, really.
Yep.
This is way too long. Step one is this thing is going to the moon and back and around, and this is going to make you crazy.
And that's going to give him...
It's going to siphon, too.
But it's on the
in an
same side of
inboard
the
turn.
airplane.
But an inboard turn, that's going to make
Yeah,
it lean out. The
that's-
weight of that
that's
fuel in the line
crazy.
is going to
Yep.
pull it away from the feed
That's going to make it... So the first thing you want to do is shorten this up
by a bunch.
by a ton.
You could lose an inch of tubing out of there.
Oh, God, you could use... Why can't you just turn this tube up
And use a short filter.
make a brip, right.
Use a short
Get one of Richard's filters.
Now, observe, when you put this thing over top center,
Richie, you can fly the bomber now?
Sure. Feel crazy, or?
yeah, it feels like the big end is loose.
Well, let's run it. We're not going to know anything. We're just standing here.
Really feels like the big end is loose? Not fatally so, but...
All right, so they ground ran it. It looks like it's going to get rid of that plumbing tubing that he had on here. And this, of course, is our original prototype carbon fiber wing plane. Where do we put this thing to be in the pit? Alright, so Richard Oliver's going to test fly this. Just be a little safer if there's something out of trim or whatever. We don't know till he flies it. Did it hold up, Bobby, or not?
Oh, yeah. Richie said I should shim the tank a little bit and put it higher.
Okay. You got everything you need? Okay. Yeah, get it over with. What's the sense of waiting? Yeah, it's an hour between flights with all these guys here. We got 30 guys here already.
We might as well have a contest.
Yeah, we could have a contest. We're going to all use your plane. And the winner, you get to buy dinner.
There you go.
We are having a good day. Well, I just hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. Oh. Just one of those special days that every once in a while comes along.
On a day it's nice to be alive.
Do that. Okay, Mr. Byers. I'm going to stop calling him Jerry and Gary and Petey and whatever. He's got that Cardinal cooking along. APC prop.
Okay, what happened to our hot dogs?
They were out. There's no hot dogs left. We're going to have to run up to Burger King, and it looks like I'm going to be the lucky one to go, so.
Last they talking about maybe just going to eat lunch, but
You know what?
weather's good and people are here.
No, I'd rather send somebody up for pizza pie or dogs or
I'm with
something.
you.
I want to stay at the field. It's flyable. Oh, you're going to fly Woody's plane next, right, Rich? Yeah. Okay. It's more nose heavy than Miss Ashley is. That's the original one he had, so. You know what I'm looking for more than anything, Rich, is if the tank is out of shim. Because he's got a different setup than when I did mine. Bobby's shimming his tank. Hey.
You got that good old-fashioned camaraderie on the field right now. Everybody's looking to stiff the other guy.
You made that for a reason, actually. Hold on to it while you let it go. Oh, afterthought. You put it on. Yes. You got rid of the Yelling something.
Now, as a side note, because we're going to be starting the plane construction as soon as we get back from England, the crutch is ready to go. We're able to make replications of it. Anybody that's interested, of course, we can work with them on that project or make parts for them. The B-25. It wasn't that long ago, and the visit with Joe Adamusco reminded me just how short of a time it was, that it was just something in the mind's eye. And now I hope you've enjoyed watching these last couple of days of flying. The second half of this tape is out of sequence. It's footage that we shot Saturday, but I wanted to get as much of this footage out to the subscribers. Again, I had an unexpectedly high request for people. I guess everybody like me was wondering if the B-25 had ever fly. Miss Ashley's ready for another competition season. We're going to be working with Richard Oliver to design some pipes. That Rojet 65 is just the best stunt motor I've ever had, period. We still have a 4-stroke plane and with a Zetron, and we're probably going to be in the next year or so getting that out of mothballs, flying that again. Again, if you think about it, having everything, it's just kind of a nice triangle to have. And we're hoping that we're going to be doing, we hope the time is going to allow to do a 40 ship and a 65 ship. but that could change. And when we get back from England, we will already have made that decision. So I hope you'll stay tuned, and I hope you'll join us in the upcoming season. It's been a long year, and it's just been more fun than I could ever have imagined possible when we started the B25 project.
You'll be read the comics all the while.
You look back at your life and some of the projects we've worked on, the friendships we've shared, the times we've had, the phones we've answered.
Again in Washington, I'm talking baseball, like Reggie Keys and Barry talk. Mickey and the Duke, Mickey and the Duke,
And believe me, we will be seeing you, hopefully, on the next video when we get back from England. We're really looking forward to our trip.